There always seems to be a need or a gentle persuasion into questioning the questions. You see? Mind tends not to question the question, you see? Because mind says, I already know the question. I know the content of the question. I know the words behind the question. I know the meaning of the words behind the question. I don't want to investigate anything other than what I want to know. So I will not question my questions. I will not question my questions. I will not question your questions. I will attempt to answer your questions. The mind is fluctuating between myself, the questioner, me, the questioner, me, the person questioner, and you, the person questioner, and me, the person answerer, and you, the person answerer. So what is the difference between that what knows the answer in comparison with the other that knows the answer, answer, answer? That what understands the question, that what speaks the question, and that what listens to the question and also understands the question. Question, question. Question is a question, answer is an answer. What is me and you? How come me is different from you? Is me and you the same? Is me and you the same? Our mental, constructed, programmed. Program sounds like it's in a negative way. It's a very positive way from your parents. It is a very positive way from your culture. So, me, the individual, constructed, institutionalized, programmed, conditioned, inherited, secondary, because the information comes second to what I am physically before the baby, when I was a baby. Everything is secondary. See? Everything becomes a part of me. Everything is given to me. Everything is revealed to me as what they think, or the others think I should be revealed to. I should be exposed to. We need to expose our baby to this. Okay? And we need to expose to our baby to not be this, but be this. What exposes, you see? What is that what is exposed? It is information. It is a programmed way of my interpretation of sound comes in a language now because I learned it when I became the child at school. So I'm going to give my baby the same education, the same systematic way, and I'm not going to question why. We, the mind, very seldom reacts to instinct. Reacts to instinct, meaning that gut feeling. unless it's life or death, you see. So something happens. I'm not going to use an example. Something happens. And your gut says no. Or your gut says yes. Either way, you choose the opposite. And then whatever takes place becomes questionable. So the question becomes questionable. Should I have done that? Is a question. I am questioning whether I should have done that or not. So a dual way of questioning myself is born. It was always there in very soft and subtle ways that humans seem to manage to get through life with. But now I become the questionable. Because this talk itself is saying, let's put another questioner in. You're questioning through questions. Why? Who? Where? How? When? Should I have done that? Or should I have not? And the question, the speaker is saying, who is the questioner? Who questions the question and who doesn't question the question? So now we have another question. The continuation of questioning the question. Now we're on a quest. But the mind, the ego doesn't like this quest. The ego says, no, I know all this stuff. You see, I am the questioner. You see, I am the body. I am the person. Yeah, I am whatever I say I am. Because I've learned all this from a secondary source. So is it true to me? Gut feeling. Am I just a parrot? Am I just a robot, a programmed entity, a subject for someone, an object, a subject and an object for myself, a subject and an object for the world? Yeah, to hell with that. Mind says, come on, move on. Question. Real questions. What's the time? Too much to do. Let's just take the question. So you take the question. Okay, let's question. Mind says, what are we going to have for tea? And something stubborn, something gut, something with a great desire, a deeper desire than to understand what it's going to have for tea, says to its own mind, no, I have a better question. Who am I? Ego goes, oh no, I'm losing another one. Then that ego replicates the stubborn mind. The stubborn mind that says, no, not caring about tea. Actually, not even thinking about food. Want to know right now who I am. I'm becoming stubborn. So ego says, okay, right, okay, yeah, don't do this, come back. Shirt and tie. I'll show him stubborn. Get on with your life. This is nonsense. Okay. Chicken. I'll have chicken. I'll have chicken. Let's go. No point in questioning the questions, you see. When you question the questions, you come up with more questions, you see. More suffering, more needs, more desires, more returns, more answers. So ego's right. Ego's right. Just use the basic questions that you know. And you negotiate. And then something in your life, your world, your mind, your real human state says they're going to invent new rules that's going to help and involve you questioning your state of financial, social existence. And you say to ego, basic questions. They give me another one. Yeah, but we'll get by that one, you see. We'll get by that one together. We're one, you see. Who am I? Oh, no. But you lied to me, ego. You said, let's get by with the basic questions, and then more comes. How come the external world is allowed to make up more questions, but I can't make up one question that is relevant to what I desire, what I need to know, what I feel I am put on this planet for, in this body for? What do you mean you've been put in a body? You are the body. That's what we don't merge with, you see. Because me and you is not only me and you, if you're listening, it's the me and you. Me and you. I'm separate from the brain. I'm separate from my mind. I'm separate from the world. I'm separate from you. You see? Questions lead to separation. So the speaker's not promoting that the question is the way. But you will not find the unquestionable until you question it. And ego says, how can you question unquestionable? I didn't learn that at school. I didn't learn that from my parents. I didn't learn that from the books. And something inside says, no, because you cannot learn what you truly are. You cannot learn what you truly are. How can you learn what you truly are? With no mirror mind, with no mirror reflection. But the mirror is a secondary source. So when you're walking along the road and the sun shines and it shines from this direction, you have a shadow of yourself behind you. That's the mirror mind. I'm down here. You're not seeing me clearly. You can't see the detail, but I'm here. You don't follow the shadow. The shadow follows you. The mind is not here to teach you. The mind is here to learn from you. That's a misinterpretation, you see. The consciousness that one is that what is pure, omnipotent, omnipresent, tranquil, oneness, infinite. It subcontracts a mind out, not to teach it what the mind has learned from the past, but the consciousness, but to learn from the consciousness that it serves. So if there's a need, and there should be no need to ask, who am I? But we, the humans, now depend on the ego that we think we are, that we're greater than our consciousness, that we're here to inform our consciousness, that we're here to, control our consciousness, be powerful over our consciousness. You never question the ego, do you? You're not told at school to question the teacher. You're not told to question the policeman. You're not told to question the unquestionable. Yeah? They're not unquestionable. Your mind says they're unquestionable. You can't do it. You, them, You, them. So you have to understand that one question will free you from the questions. I can't tell you, the appearing separate one, what your question is. I can't tell you. Why can I tell you? Because I just become another programmer. I become another programmer to tell you what I experienced. So, forgive me for using the question, who am I? It was the most valid question for my own liberation. But even in the who am I, once it's discovered that there's no one there that is I, but consciousness, as am, and I, as that what is unquestionable, what can reveal an answer to you? Because I is unquestionable. Therefore, questions die. Questions die. And the only questions that are left: where is the nearest toilet? And you don't have to say it out loud to a secondary source unless you're new to the area. Your mind tells you itself, your brain says, I need to pee. My bladder needs to pee, my body needs to pee. And you start looking. And you find a toilet and you pee. And the ego says, if you'd only asked, I could have answered. No, my body did it on its own. Thank you, Mr. Ego. You just stay there for there maybe one or two questions in this, this conceptual, contemporary, programmed, institutionalized way that I may need for you to dig me out of a little situation. But otherwise, you stay in the hole. You see that? You stay in the hole. W-H-O-L-E. I'm not separate from my ego. I'm not separate from my mind. I'm not separate from my body. I'm not separate from my person. I'm not separate from the universe. I'm not separate from nature. I'm not separate from the thoughts. I'm not separate from the consciousness. I'm not separate from God. I'm not separate from Jesus. I'm not separate from Buddha. I'm not separate from you. Because when I is seen through, I becomes one. I, one. And one. One. One is whole.